Welcome to the Results Cast with Rob Dom. Today we have a special edition. Actually, we're going to talk about something that I never like to talk about, which is myself and the companies. We're celebrating our 15-year anniversary, as you well know, this year. So instead of talking about our clients on this session, we're going to talk about ourselves a little bit and inform everybody a little bit about our history. I think that there's an inflection point with anybody that thinks, okay, I could probably do this on my own now. I could start my own business. I could do something. And that comes with a certain amount of longevity in the workforce. For me, it came really early. I've been working since I was 11 years old, probably sacrificed a lot of my childhood for that. Then went in the Marine Corps, worked very hard in the Marine Corps, got out and got into advertising, worked very hard in the advertising space. So by my late 20s, I had this vast experience that I now know that most people in the world may not even have that experience in their entire lifetime. So for me, it was crystal clear that I was gonna blaze my own trail by the time I was 30 years old. And that's when I went ahead and started DOM360. And again, I didn't know what it was gonna be. I didn't know it was gonna be just a digital marketing firm. I thought maybe I would have traditional or heck, I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I knew I was gonna do something for myself. I had that confidence that I was willing to go ahead and take my young family and say, I'm gonna provide for them one way or another. And I think that's a stoppage with a lot of people. They don't wanna sacrifice their quality of life. What's happened with advertising is it's become more of a commodity now. It's more like the bread, milk, and eggs in the supermarket, where you have almost a race to the bottom with certain shops. And what you see is you're gonna see the differentiation between creative shops and just fulfillment shops. The real shops are gonna be the ones that do both creative and deployment, which we've always done. So I think you're gonna see that shake out. I think you're gonna see the rise of new mediums as certain platforms start to taper off. We already see the numbers dwindling with Facebook. So there's going to be a new TikTok in 5 years. There's gonna be something outside of Google. You're gonna start seeing this mass migration that's happening with DuckDuckGo. There will be even a new DuckDuckGo. You're going to see regulation really take hold in a space that has had little to no regulation over the past 15 years. So you're gonna see more and more of that over the next 15 years. And you're gonna see new and emerging trends, and you're also going to see things that are relevant today fall by the wayside. We've worked with over 72 brands, and you might ask, well, there's only about 30 OEMs out there. Most people don't know that we have a retail division called and Donovan, and we work with non-automotive brands to deploy them digitally, to be stewards of their brands on a tier 1 level. That's a pretty cool number right there. The fact that 35% of our clients have been with us longer than 5 years, and I think that number goes past 60% if you go down to 3 years. I mean, these are numbers that are unheard of in the tier 3 advertising agency world. Typically, a client will churn an agency every 12 to 18 months. That's not happening with us. It never has happened with us like that. The fact that we've served over 750 clients and are still serving a lot of clients is testament to our longevity, the fact that we've figured this out. We have a process, it's proven. Our clients get their deliverables month in and month out. Having 3 offices, having an East Coast office, a West Coast office. We have an office in Boca Raton, Florida as well. The fact that we've been able to build software, software as a service, true SaaS products. We've built 3 of them over the last 15 years and been wildly successful with each one of them. Think about an ad agency. That's not typical that an ad agency would go and then build their own software to fulfill a niche in a marketplace. The fact that we've built an entire business. I mean, we had an entire e-commerce business which built up and sold as one of the most successful e-commerce businesses in its space was pretty awesome for selling bicycle parts. That was a huge thing that, again, we find these niches in our organization and we exploit them. And right now, for our customers, it's not like we're just a digital media company or we're just, a website company or whatever. There's 12 services that we offer to all of our clients that are all integrated together. When you do a competitive analysis with some of the other companies in our space, they're not offering all of that. And not only do we offer those 12 services, but layer on the most important piece of that, which is consulting, and actually having somebody to pick up the phone and have a dedicated person, a dedicated team that's intimately involved in your business. That's not something that everybody gets. You're not just one other person in the queue. Not only your account director knows who you are, your account executive, the designer on your account, everybody. I mean, I think it's really just about what we've always done, which is fail forward. We're gonna make a million wrong turns and we're gonna go and make a million corrections. And the thing is that if you're not doing that, if you're not constantly kind of trying to figure out what's gonna work, what's not gonna work, then you're not on the tip of the spear. Our clients have always gotten the results because of that, because we always find something cool and then roll that out to all of our client base. So that's going to be our approach moving forward. It's always been our approach. It's going to be software driven. There's definitely going to be always a service component. There's always software out there as well. But really, ultimately, it's that high touch. It's that consulting layer. It's that day-to-day interaction, working with the client. That's not going to replicate or replace anything. So we're going to continue to do it the way we've always done it, and we're going to continue to be successful.